Hey guys, it's Jaleisha. Welcome to my channel. I am here, the bare face. I'm filming with natural light today. I went to get my ring light out of the basement and I encountered not one, but two spider crickets. And it was a done deal. Like, it was like, you know what, y'all got this, so I'm gonna leave. I don't know if y'all know what spider crickets are, but they're literally a spider and a cricket and they're huge. I'm not for it. I'm not for it. Like, and it's crazy because Blue was barking at the basement door yesterday and I didn't know why. I feel like she knew that the spider crickets were here. Anyway, this video is going to be a foundation review. I'm so excited. I think I've only done one other foundation review, which was the NARS Natural Radiance Foundation, and I actually use that for my clients and I love it. I personally don't like that foundation on me, but yeah. This one is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. Looks like this. I'm sure you guys have seen so many reviews on this foundation. I typically don't like join the hype as far as like filming what's hot, but I had to try this because I have super oily skin and this claims to be an ultra matte foundation. Based on some of the reviews that I've seen so far, it seems to be a true statement. So I wanted to give it a try because y'all, like, the struggle is real. It doesn't matter how cold it is, I will somehow produce some oil. My face is already cleansed, moisturized, all that good stuff. I didn't apply primer. I wanted to do that on camera. So without further ado, we're just going to jump into the video. So for primer, I have two options. I typically use two different primers. I have here the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. That's a long name. I never realized how long that name was. That's why I'm looking at it like, what? And then I have the Benefit The Professional Matte Rescue. It's all chewed up because Blue got into it and yeah. So out of the two, the Benefit one I typically use on an everyday basis. I don't really notice too much of a difference as far as the whole matte thing keeping my skin oily. Honestly, no matter what primer I wear, I still get oily. I tend to use primer as a veil or second layer of skin, so that way any of the product that I'm applying onto my face doesn't seep deep into my pores. So I use this on an everyday basis when I'm going to work or just running errands. The Becca one I actually love. This is my favorite out of the two. It absolutely does keep you matte. I use this on my clients as well who have oily skin. This primer, as soon as you apply it, you will definitely notice that your skin like automatically gets matte. A little goes a long way and I really like it. Like I said, I still get oily with this primer, but that's any primer no matter what. Like, I will get oily. So for today's video, I'm actually going to use both of these, the Becca to go along with the foundation. I see some people do like foundation reviews and they do like one side with primer, one side without, or they do no primer. I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to play myself. This is what I typically would do, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to apply like a pea size, like literally like that much goes a long way. So what I do is take it and I apply it to my T-zone. The T-zone is the center of your face, a T. And I get the most oily on my nose and cheek area. I actually applied too much, but whatever. I don't know if you guys can see, but I instantly got a little matte. So I'm just tapping it in. You don't want to rub this in because then you'll create those little small balls that primer does sometimes. Then I apply a little on my forehead and chin. And I'm going to take whatever is left and just move out on the rest of my face. I don't really get oily on the rest of my face, but like I said, I like to use primer as a second layer of skin. That's that. All primed. Moving on to the fun part. The foundation. So this is the packaging of the foundation. It goes along with their brand colors and their typical packaging. So cute. It's really small. This is how it looks when you open it and take it out of the packaging. It comes in a tube, which I really like because it's not glass, it's just plastic. It is travel friendly 1 ounce of product. And at first I was like, 1 ounce, that's a little bit, but it actually is the same size as my other foundations. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, literally the same size. They're both 1 fluid ounce. And then I have my MAC Studio Fix Fluid foundation. This is also 1 ounce, and this one looks a little smaller. So you can see these are the size comparisons of the foundations. It says that the I Am Magic foundation is a velvety matte foundation. It's radiant, long-lasting, creamy, and comfortable. It says our Second Skin Creamy Foundation offers a smooth application with a soft, natural, and soft matte finish to give a flawless coverage, a great formula to even out the complexion, refine skin texture, and erase blemishes, maintaining the initial finish throughout the day. Suitable for all skin types, including sensitive and oily skin. I guess even if you don't have oily skin, it says that it's good for dry skin too, although it's a matte foundation. Alright, so I got it open, and just to let you guys know, I purchased the shade Canoe or Kano, I think it's Kano 150. I swatched the shades in Ulta. There weren't many dark shades left. I think my actual shade was sold out, so I tried to find one that was closest to my skin tone. This one's a little darker when I swatched it in the store, but I'd rather it be too dark than too light, so I went with Kano. Oh, and this product, on the back of the packaging, it also says full coverage, so it's supposed to be a full coverage foundation. So I'm gonna take some and put it on the back of my hand. Ooh, that's very thick. That is so thick. Oh my gosh. This is probably the thickest foundation I've ever used. Like, it's not moving. That's the color there. My face is a little lighter than my body, so, and I'm getting darker because of the summer. So to apply it, I normally take a brush and dot it on my face. You can use your fingers. I don't like getting my fingers dirty personally, so I'm just gonna take this Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush and take a little and apply it like that, just dotting it on. It looks way darker than my face, but it's going to match my body, okay? And I applied it in one section at a time because I don't want it to dry down. And I'm going to use the Morphe R6 brush. It's a flat top kabuki brush. Kabuki? I don't know how to say that word. But I'm just spraying it with some Mario Badescu facial spray so the brush is a little damp. And I'm going to take and stipple that in. Oh, it's blending nice. This looks so dark compared to my face. Oh my gosh. Okay, this may be a little too dark, but yeah, this may be a little too dark. But summer is coming, so yeah. It matches my neck though. This is definitely not a lightweight foundation, I can tell you that. And I definitely apply way too much on my hand because there's a lot left. A little goes a long way. I don't know if I played myself with this color though. So this is one side clearly, and this is the other side. It looks so dark, but it matches my neck, like, or it's a little darker than my neck, but I'm telling y'all, it did not look this dark inside of the store. But girl, it's dark. And I know it doesn't match my chest because my neck and my chest are two different things too. Like, I'm just a rainbow over here. I'm just gonna keep blending. I feel like this is drying down pretty fast. You could use a sponge, but I don't typically use a sponge for my foundation. But I honestly feel like a sponge would probably be best because a sponge doesn't, you know, will loosen the product a little more. It'll soak up some product so it's not like too much, and it's not as thick. Bruh! Oh my gosh, this is so dark. This was not that dark in the store! I'm shook right now of how dark it's looking. I look freaking crazy. I look like a totally different person. I don't even look the same right now. Who am I? Like, this may be my like summer tan shade. This is how much foundation I have left. So you don't need a lot at all. It does look skin-like once it's blended in. At first I was a little nervous because I felt like it was really thick and I felt like you could tell it was foundation. But the more you blend it and the more it sets, it definitely is skin-like. I feel like if you have dry skin, you don't need to set this foundation. Maybe you can use like a light powder because it is a little sticky still. Overall, like, I feel like it wouldn't need to be set. And I can definitely see that it's full coverage. Like, although you can still see my mole, like my moles lightly, you can't see those blemishes that I started out with earlier. I really feel like I don't need to set this foundation, but I have oily skin, so I'm still going to set it. So what I'm going to do is apply my concealer, face powder, all of that stuff, and I'll come back and tell you what I use, because I can't take looking like this any longer. Like, I look crazy. Hopefully the concealer will brighten it up and I won't look as crazy. Okay guys, so I'm back. My face is complete. Let me just say, I love how this whole look turned out. I can never talk. The foundation, and now that I put on like the concealer, highlight, contour, everything is done, it actually looks really good. Like, I love how it looks. And honestly, typically by the time I finish creating like a full look like this, my face will produce some sort of oil. But with this, like, there's no oil on my skin yet. It's still matte. Like, it still looks good. It still looks bomb. Like, do y'all see this skin? I definitely thought it would be way too dark, because y'all saw that color. I highlighted and concealed and it brightened up the look. So to set the foundation, I use my MAC Golden Bronzing Powder. This powder is so old, I probably shouldn't even be using it, but I am. It's a bronzing powder. It's not technically a foundation powder or something to set your foundation. It's for bronzing, but as you guys can see, it's way too light to bronze on me. I'm a sucker for packaging, and that's what I initially bought it for, so yeah, I got played. But I use this to set my face because although it is a little light to bronze, I think it works well as a setting powder. And I didn't apply too much of it because honestly the foundation, and I have oily skin, the foundation seemed like it didn't really need that much powder. So I used that to set, and yeah, and I just did the rest of my face. I really hope you guys like how it turned out because I love it. Like, it looks gorgeous. What I actually am going to do is I have some errands to run and I got things to do, places to go, people to see. Okay. So I'm going to do all of those things, and I'm going to come back and let you guys know how, you know, my makeup held up, and I'm going to let you see for yourself how well it holds up. So we're going to check in a little later. It's a little late in the day. I was supposed to be filming this video a little earlier, but I got caught up. So it's 2 o'clock right now, 2:03 to be exact. So I'm going to come back later. So I'm going to do that and check in with you guys later. Okay guys, hello, I'm finally back. As you guys can see, I am super oily, like super duper duper oily on a whole nother level. I've had the foundation on for about 7 hours, almost 8. As you guys can see, I am so oily. We zoom you guys in. This is my skin. I have not touched up at all. I didn't blot or anything like that. I wanted to show you guys how it looked. I wanted to blot so bad because I don't like looking like this, but I was like, for the sake of the video, this is how it is. But yeah, I'm super oily. I honestly don't normally get this oily with foundation, so I thought it was a little odd, being as though this is supposed to be a super duper matte foundation. Could have been the powders I used, it could have been the primer. I honestly don't know, but I'm a greasy mess. I went to the store, I was out in the sun. It was really hot today. It was about 87 degrees, but still, like, it's not like I was just chilling in the sun. Like, I was going from the house to the car, to the house to the car, you know. Honestly, if I had to say, I would probably give this foundation a 7. Although it didn't last throughout the day, when you first apply it, it does look really good, and I feel like if you touch it up, it probably could look good. I'm going to touch it up right now and see. I'm just going to take some powder and see if that works. It looks like it is mattifying. So adding some powder helped a little bit, but I still feel like it's oily. It's just really greasy. I don't know why. It's just really greasy. I do want to point out the shade. It was really dark when I initially applied it, but like I said, it matches the rest of my body. Picking your color may be a little difficult because the tube is not see-through. There's no way of figuring out like what the color is inside. So you literally have to go by like swatches from the pictures and online. But I definitely swatched this in store and it wasn't as dark, so I don't know what that was about. I really like the finish. I will definitely be using this foundation. I don't really know what else to say. I'm kind of like exhausted, tired. Oh, I do want to mention really quick, for blush, I did try out the Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette by Juvia's Place. That's what that looks like. I actually filmed this entire look that I'm wearing, so that video will be up soon. Other than that, make sure you subscribe and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.